Hello everyone, my name is Jay Kirschfield. I am the CEO and co-founder of Unshuffled, and in this video I will be giving a walkthrough of the version 1.2 release. In this release we include a lot of feature enhancements, a lot of bug fixes, and we've also introduced tiers and subscriptions with a 14-day trial. So let's go ahead and jump into it. If you already have an account, you're going to see a lot of the same stuff, but I'm going to go ahead and sign up. I'm going to create an account. Okay, so once we create an account, we are taken to the tier selection page. If you are signing in for the first time since this release is deployed, you will be prompted to complete these steps as well. Every user starts with a 14-day free trial in our highest tier, which is the Ace tier. The main difference between the two tiers is simply that in the Ace tier, you can host rooms of up to 8 players, whereas if you're in the Royal tier, you can host rooms of up to 4. So if you play in a weekly game with only 4 players, I'd recommend doing the Royal tier. If you typically host rooms of larger than 4 players, then you want to go for the Ace tier. If you don't want to choose at this stage, you can go ahead and skip. We'll still ask you for your credit card information, but when your free trial ends, you won't be opted into a plan. So I'm going to go ahead and click on the Aces tier. And then the last step is just adding all of our credit card information. I'm not going to go ahead and do that, but it's pretty straightforward. Once you agree to the payment terms, you'll be able to select finish and you will be done with creating an account and your free trial will begin. Okay, so I've created my account and you'll notice right away we've changed the layout of the landing page. This is to just provide a little more clarity around where you can join rooms, how you host rooms, and how you create rooms. If I wanted to check out my billing information and my subscription information, we have a new subscriptions tab under the profile page where you'll have your credit card information, your billing information, as well as your tier, your next billing, the amount to be billed, and when your trial will expire. You can always edit your tier at any time, and when your free trial ends, you can cancel your subscription as well. So that is everything as far as subscriptions go. Next, I will jump into creating a game template. So we've added some new features to the new template creation. The biggest being the deal order. So I'm going to go ahead and quickly just create a Texas Hold'em style game. And then in this version, I'm just going to add 3 face-up cards to the top as the last part of the deal. This is just my version of Texas Hold'em, and then I'll add 1 face-up card as well to the player hand. So the big difference here that we've added is that previously this was just the initial deal where you could load a template and whatever cards had the check mark for the initial deal would be dealt upon load. In this new release, you can actually add deal sequences to come after each round of betting. So what this really does is add some semi-automation to custom games. The 1 indicates the cards that will come out when the template is loaded. So that's typically the player hand cards. In Texas Hold'em, the flop is the second round of cards that is dealt. So I'm going to go ahead and click Add Deal. I'm going to click Deal 2. And then I'm going to click on the flop. When the first round of betting ends, these cards will deal automatically. I can go ahead and repeat these steps for the remaining cards. And we'll just say in this version, these last 3 cards on top and this face-up card will all be in the 5th round of cards to be dealt. Finally, I just go to my custom settings. I'll leave this as standard. We did change this to gut style because we think that's more familiar. And then I'm just going to name this my custom template and save it. Okay, so we'll go back to our home page. Let's go ahead and host a room. So we've added the ability to quickly select the template that you want if you're in a non-dealer's choice room. This helps with automated games if you're playing Texas Hold'em all night or Omaha all night and you want to just set that up right away. But for this example, we'll do blinds. We will turn dealer's choice off and we will create our room link. I'm going to buy in. You'll notice we've also added the room code to make joining rooms a little bit easier so you can invite players in a more seamless way. I'm going to go ahead and invite one more player and then we'll go ahead and jump into this room. Okay, so we are in our room now and you can see we've got video working for this player. I have this video not working because I've got video on this recording. We're going to go ahead and start a hand, and we're going to load our previously created template. It should load right away. We should see our 2 cards in our hands just as we set. And I'm going to go ahead and take bets just like we would normally do in Texas Hold'em. We'll just call and check. And you'll see right away those that second round of cards to be dealt will be dealt automatically. Now we don't have burn cards built into the template creation yet, so we'll go ahead and manually burn a card after the fact. It's not a perfect solution, but it is an okay solution until we get that built into the custom template workflow. At this point, again, we just take bets and we'll go through like we normally would, and we'll just check every time to try and expedite this process. There's our 4th card. Again, we semi-automated this custom game through the deal order feature. We'll get our last card out. We'll do one more burn. We'll take bets again. And when I check with this player, what's going to end up happening is all of the remaining cards will show up, including the face-up card, which is great. So we can see we've got the 6 of diamonds here and the king of spades here. Now, one other neat feature that we've added to this release is the ability to choose who goes first in each betting round. This can facilitate stud games like 7-card stud, or any other game really in which the player who leads based off of a face-up card, or maybe it alternates between players. I'm not sure what crazy games you guys have all made up, but we did want to add that feature to provide that flexibility. So when I click on this drop-down, you'll see we can do the next player, we can do Jake H, and we can do Jacob H. Of course, I've chosen 2 names here with the same initials, so it's hard for me to know who's who, so I'm just going to go with Jake H, which is me. So normally this player would have gone first, but because I chose this player, they went first. So we'll just check again, and we'll check, and we'll show our hands, and we will distribute the pot. Another feature that we've added to this release is the ability to distribute pots unevenly. If you're playing in a high-low game, or in another game where maybe you are splitting pots between multiple players, and one player is winning half the pot, and then 2 other players are splitting the other half of the pot. That's a common scenario. So we're going to go ahead and end the hand and select winners. Normally, I don't know who would win this hand. I haven't looked, but let's just assume that we have a high winner and we have a low winner. We're going to go ahead and distribute, and now you'll see we've got this nice modal that gives you control over the distribution of the pot, and I can always go ahead and click on the chips to see exactly how many chips in a more granular level, and I can always change this. So let's just say we wanted to do 8 and we wanted to do 12. If we go back to percentage, that will update. We've got some quick math here for you just in case not all pots are going to be 20 or 10, and it'll be easy, but we want to help expedite some of that math for you. This isn't a math app, it's a poker app. And then we will go ahead and let our players pay out and end the hand. There we've got our 12 chips here, we've got our 8 chips there. One last feature to call out, let's just say we made a mistake and actually we wanted it to be 50-50, not 40-60. We can actually facilitate the giving of chips between players. So let's say in order to remedy this issue, I need to give this player 2 chips. I can just click on that player. I can click give chips, and I'll just do 2, and I'll go ahead and give them. And there we go. Now we're back to where we were supposed to be, and everything is working as we would expect it to. That is a quick run through of the version 1.2 changes and enhancements. There is more to this release, and there will be more detailed videos of how to play specific games, how to leverage the pot distribution modal, as well as the stud modal, the stud drop down, and another video on the template creation itself. So please look for those videos in the Help Center. If you have any questions, please drop us a line in our ticket form under the support/contact link. Your feedback is what has built all these features and will continue to guide our roadmap. Thank you so much. I really appreciate your support, and good luck.